Hi there, it's JOTJournalsCreations here, June speaking. I'm carrying on with my Christmas journal. I didn't have a chance to get to do any of it. I wanted it finished for last Saturday, who am I kidding? But anyway, what I'm doing here is I was going to put the lace on the journal tonight, but I decided to put some Stickles glue on it, which is really my favourite glue, but it takes forever to dry and it is actually on the pages, so I can't really turn the pages and put lace on them, so they can wait. But I thought I'd put the camera on anyway, because all I'm doing really is I'm just backing some odd bits of ephemera, odd tags and that, ready to go in it. And I'm also making some other little bits and pieces, so I thought I might just well turn the camera on, and you can join me if you want to. And it's it's evening here now. It's been such a miserable day. Honestly, you just don't feel like doing anything when it's like that, do you? It's just rubbish, absolute rubbish. I hope you've all had a good day anyway. I've had quite a lot of personal bits and pieces to sort out, so I haven't had a lot of time to come in here and do anything. Plus I've had some more pottery and bits to do. So I thought it's no good me, trying to do a video when there's all sorts of other things going on in the house. And so it's evening now, so it's quite nice because we don't usually get very many visitors in the evening. Now and then a neighbour might pop over, that's about it though really. And of course you might hear Poppy barking because, as you know, she barks at everything. But bless her, I think she's in with her dad at the moment. She hasn't come whinging round me, so I expect she is. So I'm just putting backs on these really. I wasn't going to bother, I was just going to stick them down as decoration, but then I thought, well, I don't know, I've got plenty of decoration still to go into the journal that's all finished and sorted now. I've done all my tags, all my journaling cards and all that sort of thing, and I'm just finishing off decorating all the pages and the pockets, and yeah, then I'll be able to put the lace on and pop all the tags and journal cards in the pockets, and then just do the tie up on the front. Obviously you will see it probably tomorrow, actually you'll see it, and it is, I'm pleased with it, it's coming on really nice. But the only thing is, it's a bit like when I do a painting, I never quite know when there's the time to stop. But with this, I feel with journals, you can just keep adding and adding. And even if you buy one ready-made, you can still add to it. And obviously you'll use it to journal in. But you can still add your own little personal touch to it, your own little bits and pieces, what you like and that. But yeah, I keep thinking up different ideas to put in here. So that's what's happening now. And I hope I don't bore you too much. I mean, as I say, I'm just doing general little bits and bobs at the moment. I've just finished backing all these little tags. I'm just going to cut them out now. Some of them are dry. I'm not fantastic at cutting out, but it should be okay. And one thing, when you ink around the edges, it hides any imperfections, doesn't it? It's sort of, not such a problem. Yeah, I don't know what your weather's like where you are, but today it's been miserable, really dull, rain, cold. It did try and brighten up and get a bit sunny around about lunchtime, and I thought, oh, if it stays like this I can go down, because I've got some bowls and flower pots I need to throw. But then, just as I was sort of thinking of going down there and getting some of that done, it just turned out it's clouded over again, started raining, and it's been like it ever since. And it's pretty cold out there now, and apparently it's going to get colder. And I think we've got another day tomorrow of fogginess apparently. So, but yeah, I mean, I've got my shed down at the bottom of the garden is where I throw my pottery, and where I keep my glazes stored. But although I've got a log burner in there that my step-grandchildren very kindly bought me a couple of years ago for Christmas. They knew I wanted one down there because it gets so cold. But honestly, it's just the thought of going down there when it's chilly and messing about, firing it up and all that. I do sometimes, if I know I'm definitely going to be down there for any length of time, then I go down and I clear it out, get it burning, and then I come back up here and do anything else I can do up here and give it a chance to get going and start throwing out heat. Because once it gets going, it does warm it up quite well down there. Although it is only a shed and it's not lagged or anything, but and I have got a shed that's lagged and everything for use in the winter. That's my little she shed where the girls and I get in and drink and all the rest of it like you do. But I don't want to clutter that up with pottery stuff. I want to keep that as it is, because it's pretty eclectic in there. I'll give you a little tour around it one of these days. It's nothing fantastic. I mean, a lot of the stuff in there is old coffee table, and I've got some lovely upcycled bits of furniture in there that I bought especially for it. But it was just a very cheap little, it's supposed to be a summer house, but you know. But yeah, no, it is nice though, and I do love it in there, but I don't really want to work in it. Now and then I take, sometimes take some of my paper crafting in there because it's pretty good for not getting damp. It stays pretty dry now. I've noticed that I've left paper in there right over the winter before, and normally, you know, if you leave paper anywhere and it's a little bit damp, books or anything like that, they start to ripple, don't they? Well, nothing like that ever happens to any paper that's left in there. So I do from time to time take a bit of paper crafting in there, just sort of prepping stuff, you know, like when you're prepping a book to do an altered book, and you're gluing your page together and tearing pages out. And it's lovely because I can sit in there and I can listen to Alexa or have my iPlayer on, and you know, the heater's on, the lamps are on in there, and it's really nice. But yeah, but going down the bottom, I've got to know I'm going to be spending a fair bit of time down there to make it worth lighting up the log burner. The only interruption we're likely to get soon, of course, is puppy barks, as I said before, so you'll have to excuse that. Yeah, as I say, these last few tags, I was going to, because they're only small, I was going to just stick them on as decoration, but I've got a lot of decoration for it, and I thought, well, why not just back them and have a little bit of extra journaling space. So yeah, I think this is about the last of all the ephemera that I have for my... Yeah, I've been sewing some hand sewn ruffles today. Not sure where I've hidden them now. Could be anywhere in here really, so I mean, yeah, the state of my craft room, well, seeing is believing. Yeah, it does need sorting out, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, but it will be a new year project, I think. I'd like to get things organised, a lot more organised in here, you know. I don't mind having a lot of things here, you know, because I've got loads of nice little old-fashioned tins and some baskets and boxes and all sorts to put things in, but it really does need just organising, I suppose. I did it about 3 years ago, and it's, you know, stayed pretty good for a while, but I wasn't doing much journal making then. I was just doing other little bits and pieces in here. But yeah, certainly didn't do this yesterday. I had to go and, well, we both did, my partner and I both went for our COVID booster, and also had the flu jab done at the same time and in the same arm, so we were both a bit achy. I know I certainly was. But I've had no sort of side effects from the actual injections, you know, the antivirus stuff hasn't affected us at all this time. It never did affect me. It affected my partner, the first one he had, first COVID one he ever had. He felt really, he didn't really feel rough, he just felt very sleepy. I think he went to bed about 8 o'clock that night and slept till about 10 the next day. And so it didn't have any effect on me whatsoever. Pretty lucky like that, but my arm is certainly aching from yesterday. And I did want this finished a lot quicker, but life gets in the way, doesn't it? Sometimes you can't help it, it's just... If you can hear any muttering in the background, I've got a Gail Augustinelli thing on YouTube playing. It's just a bit of company, really, I think. Makes me feel a bit more comfortable at the moment. I hope I'm still in camera. Not really, am I? I'm sorry about that. I'm not the world's best at cutting it, as you can see, but never mind. But yeah, as I was saying, I was sitting there, when I got this morning, I was sitting there hand sewing some ruffles. Christmassy ones again, because I've got all the other journals to do yet. They won't all get done for Christmas, but it doesn't really matter, it's just nice doing them. But yeah, I've been making some nice fabric ruffles out of lovely Christmassy fabrics. Now it's only you know, when you buy the oddments or the what do they call them, the scraps of material, you can get them on eBay and that's all that is. And yeah, I just use them for it. Put some more out there, didn't realise. Yeah, sorry if I go off camera, I do tend to forget what angle I've got the camera at. I'm still trying to work out the best angles, so I'm quite new to this, as you know. So, but I want to get some done because I've got quite a busy weekend coming up. I'm over my daughter's tomorrow night, just for company, chat, gets me out of the house, and I stay overnight, and then tomorrow my partner will come pick me up about lunchtime, and then I'll come home and get on with something then. And then Sunday I've got my son and his partner coming over, because they can't get over for Christmas because they're both going to be working. I think they're both working Christmas Day in the afternoon. I think they're both working Boxing Day as well. So needs must these days, isn't it, really? But yeah, my daughter and her husband are coming over at Christmas Day, so that'll be nice. We'll have them dinner together. And yesterday, I didn't get much done at all yesterday, except for in the evening when I started doing the ruffles. I decided that my dog needed trimming, because when her fur starts to get long, it goes matted, and she really starts to smell as well. I don't know why, she just does. So I thought, that's it. She hasn't been done for about 2 months. So I spent, I mean, it takes a long time to do it because I do it with the scissors and the electric fur clippers. But where she's got such curly fur, it sometimes tugs on it, so I do a lot of it with the scissors. And then tidy her up a bit. And then I decided to bath her as well yesterday. I wouldn't normally do that this time of year, but yeah, she did need freshening up. But yeah, she's lovely now. I can see her face again. And being she always curls up next to me, and I know it's terrible, she sleeps on my bed and everything. But yeah, she smells a lot sweeter now. So yeah, that took up all yesterday morning. It took me about 3 hours in all to clip her with the scissors and then with the clippers, and then to bath her and all the rest of it. And then I had a little break, and then we had to go in the afternoon round to the doctor's surgery and get our jabs done. And time we came back, I just came in and done some more of the ruffles, and not a lot else really. I was a bit tired. I haven't done too bad. I've got a few bits done today. We were up quite late last night. We were watching on catch up on iPlayer. We were binge watching that. It's a new series called The English, and I think it's sort of set in the 1800s in America. And yeah, Emily Blunt plays the lead woman in it. Can't remember the name of the guy, but yeah, I thought it looked good. And so we started watching it last night and ended up watching like 3 or 4 episodes back to back. But it gets like that, doesn't it, when you can watch all the episodes as much as you like. It's much better. I can't, some of these things come out on Channel 4 first and that sort of thing, and then you've got to put up with all the adverts and all that, and I'd rather wait till the series is finished and all of it's on there. It's, I think it's much more fun. But then the trouble is, say, there is that problem that you tend to stay up half the night watching it. You should just end on a good bit and you think, oh, what's going to happen next? So that's it. You click to watch the next one. Excuse me a minute, I'm just turning trying to turn my iPad off. That's got it. Not very exciting, is it, seeing somebody inking? It's got to be done. Won't do itself, unfortunately. I don't mind it. It's quite a mindless thing, really, isn't it, inking? And so it does hide the rubbishy edges when I cut things out. I really do want to get this done now, so I thought well, as I said before, I should put the camera on and have some company while I'm doing it. That one's done. I can't remember when I did my last video. I don't know whether it was last week or the week before. I can't remember. I really can't. I'm hoping to get some slab building done in my pottery tomorrow. I can do that up in the house. I'll do it in the utility room. Just making some decorative ceramic trays for Christmas. Go in a shop and give us gifts and things like that. much as I can done of this tonight. I don't mind staying up a bit late doing it. I was going to start filming a bit earlier actually, but just as I was thinking about it, our neighbour came over because he's got his wife and his son both in hospital together. They're poorly, and he asked if we'd pick up a few bits of the shop for him. And we didn't see him come in at all last night, and we were very worried. We thought we'd had an accident or something. Because his car was out there, but I think they're at the local hospital, so I think he probably walked up there, and apparently he stayed overnight there. So that's why we didn't see him, but I was very worried. But yeah, glad to see him back. Of course, he came knocking on the door to see if we'd got his bits and pieces, and the dog started barking. Then we had a late delivery, knock at the door, she barked again. But I think, yeah, from now on it's just, if she barks, there's nothing I can do about it, and I love her to bits. And it's the only time she does bark. She's good as gold when she goes out. She doesn't even look at other dogs, let alone chase them or anything. And she's so stupid. I mean, we were walking around this little park up the road, and we were walking around there, and there's grey squirrels, and there was one sat on the path right in front of her, and she didn't even see it. Now, I thought dogs were supposed to be able to scent everything, but no, she didn't see it. So it shows you how daft she is. So the only time she makes a noise is when someone knocks at the door with them. They are apparently bred as warning dogs. Definitely not guard dogs. Excuse me while I sip my tea. It's better. I don't think I could survive without tea. I've been treating myself to some new Christmas washi tapes. I didn't have any Christmas ones. So I'm hoping these will go with both the colour schemes I'm doing in journals. I think they will. Because one lot will be turquoise and pink. Well, they're not journals, they're travellers' notebooks. One lot's like turquoise and pink, and the other one's traditional red, green and gold. And there's some that are sort of turquoise in colour in here. But I might have to get something pinky. I might already have something that will go, you know, something pink and foiled that go, I think. But yeah, they're really nice. I got those off Amazon. Yeah. So the other thing I was doing is these little guys. And I was watching a video, I think it was 49 Dragonflies, and at the moment Barbara on there is doing like a series. I think it started today actually, at ephemera, and they made each other a journal, a quite grungy sort of journal, and the lady who's doing with her is Louise Heinzel, and the journal that she'd made for Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, I noticed she'd got a couple of little tags on the edge of the paper with this sort of thing on. And I thought, well, I've got some little bells and some little, they're supposed to be little bells as well. So I thought that'd be ideal, and something a bit different on the pages of the Christmas journal. So anyway, I thought I'd just do a few more of those. I'll check that. Yeah, I have inked that one. There's not, oh, I don't know, I think, yeah, I'll do a couple of these, and I might go back to putting some of the stickles on those little tags, because I love that stuff. It just, I mean, I love glue. I love glue. Oh, dearie me, I'll get myself a name. Yeah, I love glitter. Yeah, well, I like anything that sparkles, especially diamonds. Don't get many of those, though. But, yeah, I do. I love glitter. And sometimes I don't mind the mess. It doesn't really bother me. But what I like about the stickles is that it stays raised. So, you know, if you're doing little berries or cherries or whatever, it stays a little sparkly little sort of ball on there. It's really nice. So, yeah, it's got to be my favourite way of using glitter. Now, what I've got here is some, just some scraps of fabric. And all I'm doing, I don't know how long I'm going to keep them this way yet. But I thought I'd give it enough room, because they can go on the pages that haven't got lace on. I thought they'd be quite a good idea. So I'm getting proper fabric slippers. Fabric slippers out. Scissors. Fabric scissors, June. God, stupid. And I'm just going to do a couple more. And I'm pretty sure probably everybody knows how to do these, except me. I'm a bit late come to the party, I'm afraid. But yeah, I'm just guessing the width of them. But yeah, I've got loads of, let's say, fabric scraps. No really big ones, but not enough to cover a journal if you want to do a journal cover. There's plenty enough to do ruffles and put onto this sort of thing, edge things with, and of course if you want to put some fabric on the clusters. So yeah, I mean it's pretty good, and I think you've got quite a lot. About 20 odd pieces I think it was, about, I think it's only about $5.99 on eBay. So I was really pleased. They're pretty, really nice. Right, now I've got to get my, just got to find, oh there it is. Goes the glue. This is where I start knocking everything flying. Right, now what I'm doing, I'm just folding them in half, and then I'm using the large hole punch on here. It's a bit fiddly, but it's not too bad. And I'm just taking it down to the corner there. And there's always an odd bit that doesn't quite come out. Just snip that away. And I'm going to sort out some, I must have put them away, I'll go and get them worse. Yeah, I'm sure I sorted out the little eyelets. Got my little bulb pins. Just hold on a minute, I don't know where I've put the eyelets now. Now I thought I had sorted some out, and no doubt later on I'll clear up and they'll be sitting there in a pile, or they're sitting there now looking at me and I'll probably think, well there it is, there they are. The woman's gone blind. But yeah, I thought I'd sort some of these out. I use some gold ones. I haven't got all gold pins though, unfortunately, but they're not all going on the same journal anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Have a cut of rose gold, cut the silver ones. And I always put these in the wrong way round, so yeah. Then I squidged them up too much. Oh, sorry, I'm not on camera again, am I? Rubbish. Right, now. Can't remember. I think it's the... I can never remember which way round they go, but I think it goes like that. That's on properly. I don't trust myself. see if I put it there. No, it's just where it came out. And so I'm a bit sort of nervous about these things because I always tend to put the punch thing the wrong way round, because you've got like the smooth rounded edge, haven't you, and the rough edge that you want to squash down on the other side. And on the tool, it's got one side's like a little tiny post, the other side is a flatter piece. So I never know really which way. I'm going to try it this way, and if it's wrong then I'll know it's the other way. I've got plenty more, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that sounded hopeful. Oh, till I... Oh, look at that. Good grief. Wonders will never cease, ever. I can't believe I did that. And I'll probably forget next time what way I did it. Alright, I'm going to... So what I'm doing is just putting these... Some of these little bits I've had for ages and some I've recently bought. But I thought they'd just be nice and just... Because I'm going to put charms on the journal as well, but I just thought it'd be nice having these hanging off the edges. There. So, yeah, so I'll carry on and do a couple more of those. Let's have a red one this time. Oh, wrong way. And I'll do them on the folded side, because then this side I can decide this side how far onto the page I want, because I'm just going to glue it. But I probably won't need all that, so I'll probably snip them once I've held them against the page. And then obviously one bit will go at the back of the page, the other bit will go at the front. And then just this bit will hang over with the little charm or whatever on it. But yes, that's why I'm doing them punching right at the corner there, rather than out towards the centre or towards the raw edge. So I suspect everybody's been doing these for years, but it's all new to me. And I am enjoying it. It's really good. And it's so cosy now when the weather's horrible. It's a lovely warm room. Oh. There we go. Sound, oh no, see I've done it the wrong way round and it's stuck. Oh god. Let's try it this way so see if I can straighten it out a bit. That's not too bad actually, there's no rough bits. So that should be okay. Now what do? I put it... Once again I've forgotten what way I did it, so I'd have that. Did I do it that way or that way? I'll find out the next one. It's one of those daft things, isn't it? The more you try to get it in your head, the more difficult it seems to get. Oh, never mind. A couple of these little coloured bells on this one. But yeah, you've got to put beads and all sorts on and charms and that. I'll put a couple of charms on in a minute because I've got some. But I love these little bulb pins for hanging things off. They really are nice, aren't they? But if I could see, I suppose. I'm going to save the silver ones for the pink and blue journals. I think they'll look better. there. And I think they look really nice. They're lovely. So thank you, Louise Heinzel, for your brilliant idea there. Right, what should we do now? They're done, aren't they? They're all done. Put them over there. That's done. It doesn't take long to do them actually. I thought I was going to be here for ages faffing around, but no, I'm quite pleased. They're quite nice to do as well. But these things are brilliant, aren't they? I asked my daughter, she said, because she's getting me something a bit special for Christmas. I don't know what it is, it's a piece of jewellery, but she couldn't tell me, so it's a surprise. But, she asked me what else I'd like, and I said, well, I love the We Are Memory Keepers tools. I think that they're absolutely brilliant. They're a bit dearer. They are a bit more expensive than most, but they are really good tools. And if you look after them, they last you. I had some of these bits years. But, yeah, I wanted, although I've got this little corner cutter thing, which I use a lot, and it's brilliant, nothing wrong with it. I'd like one of those nice corner chompers that they do. So I said to either get me one of those, or I've also decided to start making some fabric journal covers. I think they look really nice. And I've got one of those rotary cutter things. Sure, I just opened just now. One of those, oh, sorry, that noise. One of those rotary cutter things, but and I've got self-healing mats and things, but I haven't got those nice big square sort of perspex ruler type things that they use when they're doing quilting. And I thought that would be ideal for me to be able to cut it straighter. I've got a metal ruler and all that. So, yeah, that's what I should do. I think. Well, I said to, you know, either sort of thing. The corner chomper or the it's like a huge ruler really, isn't it? Not sure what they're actually called. But yeah, so whatever one she gets, I'll get the other one, so that'll be handy. That one didn't go too bad. Give it another squeeze. I think this is about the right way to do it actually. This way up. Yeah, that's fine, there's no rough edges. Always worry in case people cut themselves. It's like when I'm doing my pottery. When you take something out of the kiln, especially if it's earthenware, you've probably glazed the base or you've got it sitting on stilts. And when you take it off the stilts, you get little tiny sharp specks where the stilts are stood. You can hardly see them and they're on the base. But yeah, and what you have to be so careful of is you have to rub them down with it's like a piece that I don't know, it's like sort of chalky stuff but harder. It looks like a stick of chalk but it's harder. And yeah, you have to rub away any sharp bits because it's what it is basically. It's glaze, and glaze is powdered glass, and glass, as you know, cuts. So yeah, I'm always really careful with anything like that because I'd hate to think of somebody running their hand over something they bought and it cutting them. But yeah, and I'm the same with these. It's like if I put staples on anything, I'm always worried in case the staples are left a bit sharp. I usually give them a banging down with something. That's another one done. So I'm going to do this one, and I think I'm going to, I don't know, I might do a couple of charm ones. So I'm taking it to the folded edge. Large hole punch. And this red material has a lovely, satisfying crunch when it cuts through it. It's really nice. Getting good. Let's say that, Junior, and muck it up next time. I'm going to try, see whether, I want to know whether the, I've got some little Christmas charms and I don't know if they'll be a bit too heavy. The little one there, little angel, I'm sure she won't be too heavy to go on there. Hey, that's cool. That's what I love about this, there's just so many things you can do and so many things you can buy, which is where a lot of my money goes, but yeah, that's fine. Come on, it. I wanted to hang the other way. Sounds weird, I know, but when you're opening up a journal, you want the bit that's facing you to be the good side, don't you? So, do it that way. I know it's fussy, but I think you've got to do these little bits and pieces properly. I'll try anyway. That's all I do. Actually, still the wrong way around. Perhaps I'm just putting this in wrong. Hold on. God, stupid. Right, so I've gone in that way. Try coming in this way. And she should see me. I was trying to stitch these ruffles. I was getting totally confused. And I just had to say to myself every time, go in here, out next, in next, out next. Otherwise I just kept forgetting what I was doing. Useless. Yeah, they're quite cool as well, aren't they? They're nice. I'm going to do some more of those ones. But so I'm going to get some, I need to get some, I've got some blue turquoisey sort of material coming to do some with. But I've also got to get some pinky stuff, unless I've got some somewhere. I could try it with ribbon, I suppose, but anyway, you're just going to see what I can do for the others, but that's more than enough for the journal I'm working on at the moment. Certainly don't need any more of that. And so I would have tried the stickles off with my heat gun, but I don't know how it reacts, how stickles reacts to a heat gun. I just leave them overnight to dry. And of course, you know what it's like, you can't go anywhere near them because you're going to touch them. And as soon as you touch them, you smudge them, then you get that somewhere else. And everything ends up smudged and covered in stickles. So I'll pop those in there with those. They're all together. Got some bigger bells here, but I think they might be a bit, I don't know if they'd be too heavy or not, actually. I'm going to try those, not tonight, but I'm going to try them. What time have I got? Don't feel as though I've been here very long. Just my eyesight. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, just couldn't quite see the timer on there. You got a shot of my, nearly got a shot of my ugly face. That's scary. I'm just going to have another sip of my tea. My voice is going again, as usual. But sometimes it's just nice to come on and do a bit of random crafting, isn't it, you know? Rather than the same thing over and over. But I can't wait to get that journal finished, and then I'll show you a flip through, which I know I was going to do this week, but there you go. Can't help it. Right. I've got these that I've made to go on the journal. I've put a couple on already, but these are just with stickles on, little clusters, and pearls and bits. It's a lace, all those aren't done yet. I think the rest of the clusters are probably on there already actually now. It looks like it. And if I make any more I might do. Anyway, what I'm doing basically is I'm just sparkling up some of these with some stickles just so they look pretty. I do love sparkling. And Christmas, I mean you've got to do it at Christmas, haven't you? If you don't do it any other time. I'm just going to put some gold on this one because there's no berries as such, so I'll just put a bit of gold in the centre of these. I think they're Christmas roses, these ones, aren't they? I don't know what sort of flower a Christmas rose is, to be honest. And I'm not bad at my flowers and that because I do quite a bit of gardening, but yeah, I'm going to have to look this one up, Google it, see what flower is classed as a Christmas rose. That's it. Just gives it a bit of a sparkle. And you've got to put them well out the way, somewhere where you know you're not going to touch them, which isn't always easy in this craft room. But yeah, no, this one I'm going to just put a bit of, come on, there it comes. Just a dot, a smidgen of red. Excuse me if my head's in the way. So it just gives it a little bit of a bling. And I'm wondering whether I dare get the dreaded red pen out. This is the one that went all over the place last time. Just want to, oops, if it's sparkly, I just want to bling the bow up a little bit. As you see, all I'm doing is just running it round the shape of the bow. Really want to shape like the actual bow itself. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm just not completely dry yet. But they do dry nice and quick, but they have a little, I don't know if you can see that. They do. It does when they're completely dry. You can see it better obviously in real life, but it just leaves a lovely little sparkly shimmer on them, which is nice. So that can go over there, out of the way. I'm running out of places to put things now. Right. I'm going to have them. No, I'll do them with the. What am I doing? See? Totally shot away. Now I've got all red ink in here. Talk about, wow. A crappy craft to strike skin, I think. I'll blow it, I'm sure it won't hurt anything. Stay there. Oh, not too quick. And I'm going to do the little shape. Just gets the glitter moving around in the ink. And you can see I've been using some other actual glitter earlier on, and of course it's everywhere now. Anyway, if you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up. It does encourage me a bit. That's maybe you don't want to encourage me. I will quite understand, but yeah, just give me a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want to, as long as it's not rude. And also, if there's anything you'd like to see me try and do, because it's all new to me as well, so I don't know. I've not done any of this before, so I'm just going to take this line across if I can. A bit wobbly, but it doesn't really matter. That's another one. Glittered up, ready to go out of the way. I don't know where to put it. Oh no, I'm going to have them balancing all over the room. So I think, oh I know. Sometimes I remember they're there, otherwise I'm going to put my hand straight down on this book as I go out the room and splat the whole lot. It's going to tape out the way. Yeah, what else? I'm going to give the cat a red sparkly bow, I think. Oh, knife. That'd be okay. I'll just spread it around. It reminds me of when you're doing glass painting, the liner that you get to do glass painting is like this. And if you go anywhere over the edge, it doesn't matter because you can just push it back in with a cocktail stick or a pin or something. And yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be okay. I'm not too sure what that is there. Can you see? No idea what it's... Oh, it's probably the cat's blanket, isn't it, in there? Bit of gold on the... well, they're white berries on holly, but I don't know if you get white berries on holly. I would have thought these would be mistletoe, but the leaves are wrong, so... Oh. Perhaps you do get white berries on some holly. Well, we've got gold berries on our holly. That's it, put her over there. And I'm going to do this. I love doing the cake ones. Now what I'm going to do is do the cake decorated, I think, with the red stickles. Can you please let me know if any time I do go out of camera for too long? Because I do tend to forget, you know, like when you're just crafting and you're not filming it or showing anybody anything, and you just sort of get in a comfortable position and that's it. And yeah, I do apologise if I do go out of shot sometimes, but it is all new to me. I'm sure with perseverance I'll probably get it right. I hope so. Right, yeah. Dark gold in the middle of the Christmas rose. Oh, bit of the cloth. And then I'm going to take a little bit of glitter pen across here. Yeah, so excuse my nails if they never look painted up and all the rest of it. I know it does look a lot more attractive having nice nails and nail varnish on, but for me it's totally pointless because I just have to clip them right down and take it all off before I did the pottery. So yeah, you can't really have nice nails and do pottery, it just doesn't work. And what you do is you accidentally, you know, you're moving your hand to get something and it's so easy to accidentally gouge up a bit of clay off something you just made. So yeah, so I chop them all the time. Right, I'll just do one more of these and then call it a day. I'll do this one because I'm going to do some green glitter on here if I can find it. Yeah. I'm going to do green glitter pen on the bow like I did on the others. It's amazing how the time flies when you're doing something like this. You think, oh, you know, I haven't got enough things to do to fill an hour, but I think I've got enough in my head to fill a day. And if you lot can stand it, then I'll come back and do more. But yeah, give us a thumbs up, let me know if I'm doing okay. So it is a bit nerve-wracking when you first do this. But I do honestly enjoy it. Now I'm just going to put stickles on there. Make up my mind in a minute, won't I? Let's just do the ribbon. And I've got some pretty green stickles. It's like green and gold, so it's ideal for this. Well, it would be ideal if it came out. Tiny dot there. My partner's out in the kitchen getting himself something to eat, no doubt. And Poppy's out there whinging. She obviously wants some of whatever it is he's doing for himself. Just seeing a couple of little red berries and I can't resist. I've got to do it. That's it. And I'm going to finish there. I'll upload this tomorrow. And as soon as I can, well, if I do some more on the journal once the glitter's dry, then I'll do a video while I'm putting the lace on the edge of the pages. Thank you for joining me, and keep well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.